Good morning world and ohayo gozaimasu. It is Yuki here. I'm going to do a video on what I ate in a day for fibromyalgia. It is accidentally vegan, mostly plant-based, and it is not gluten-free. But I'm sure you can switch over to gluten-free options in a heartbeat. And disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist, I am not a doctor, this is just what works for me. Now, without further ado, let's go! Alright, let's start the day off right with some breakfast. So here I have a bowl of oatmeal with some flax seeds and half a banana and some blueberries. Gooey. And to finish it off, we got some hemp hearts since we need some plant fats. So sprinkle that on there. Beautiful. Now on to lunch. I decided to make panko breaded tofu today. So we got some smoked tofu and some flour and water mixture with some salt. And we also have this panko or supreme panko. First step, cut the tofu so it looks like that. And do the whole block because that way you have leftovers for the next day. Second step, you put that cut tofu into the sludge, the flour mixture, and wipe off the excess. You don't want it too goopy, and you toss it in the panko. Yeah, toss it, girl. And then you put it on a baking tray. 400 degrees and into the oven they go until they're golden brown. So today I had some salad that was in a bag, and I mixed the dressing it came with. It was a sesame ginger dressing. Oh hey tofu, good to see you here. And here I decided to sprinkle some goma, or sesame seeds. So I had a heck of a time trying to figure out which hot sauce I wanted to use for my tofu. This one here is Heartbeat hot sauce, made in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canadian-y, and it's made with red habanero peppers. It's got an instant burn and a nice tangy taste. And then there's this beauty, the Sweeter Reaper hot sauce. It is made with Carolina Reaper peppers, so it's got a very lovely gradual burn. Kinda like sitting around a fire pit and your legs start getting really warm. Well, that's happening in your mouth. And it's sweet from the pineapple and you can really taste it. So I went with that and I'm very excited, as you can see here. Who's a hot sauce slut? I am. Oh yeah. Pour it on there, baby. What a delicious lunch that was. So I'm gonna wash it down with some chai tea this time with a splash of unsweetened soy. So for the gyoza, instead of using meat, I am using TVP or textured vegetable protein. So you want to put that into the bowl and pour some hot water in it. Put lots of it in there. So I know gyoza can be quite time consuming to make, but it is so worth the effort because store-bought ones taste like crap. And it tastes so much better when you make them at home. Plus I had like such an overabundance of cabbage in the fridge. It's just like spilling everywhere. So I figured I'd make gyoza. And I'm just cutting them up into cubes just big enough or small enough to fit into the food processor. And you blend it up so it looks like that. So by now, the TVP should be fully rehydrated and fluffy. So you want to rinse them under cold water, squeeze out the water as much as you can, and just put them aside to drain some more. While the TVP is draining, you want to cut some green onions. And seriously, don't throw these little nubs away. Put them in water or in some dirt and they start growing and you can keep reusing them. How awesome is that? So you want to cut them so they look like that. I'm not putting them in the food processor because it affects the texture and the taste and you don't want that. So use your knife and use your hands. So now with that TVP that's been sitting there, put it in with the vegetable mixture and you want to put some garlic powder, some sesame oil or gomabra, salt and pepper. Mix well. And now you want to add a little bit of cornstarch, just enough to make the mixture stick a little bit. Not too much, not too little. And you mix well again. Now we're ready to wrap these with these dumpling wrappers. First thing you gotta do, spoon that mixture into the wrapper and put some water around the edges so they stick, and you fold like so. Yes, gyoza is time consuming, but that's why you make a lot of it and you have dinner for the next day. Heck yeah! Oh yeah, and don't worry if you have a bit of that mixture left behind. That's actually for lunch the next day. Cook it in the frying pan with an egg, serve it with some rice and soy sauce, and it is awesome. So I'm using vegan basil for my preheated frying pan. It's about medium-high heat. This is the only oil that seems to work. Stupid frying pan, it's a POS. Anyways, you want to put the gyoza in this form, in this arrangement. I do 1 package per pan. It works out better that way. When their bottoms turn golden brown like that, you want to steam them for a bit. After most of the water's been evaporated, you want to dedicate some good quality time on making sure these pot stickers are not sticking. Make sure you do this. It is very important. Now you're gonna put a plate on them and you're going to flip these mofos. Nice! But reality though, this happens and instead of looking like this, it looks like that. Now onto the dipping sauce. We got some oshoyu or soy sauce and some togarashi, which is very fragrant and spicy, some chili oil and vinegar. And make this as to your taste buds' liking. And you can skip the togarashi chili oil combo if you have rayu. But I didn't have any. Sweet, dinner time. But I'm gonna be eating more than this. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. And I hope you guys take good care of yourselves and treat others the way you want to be treated. I'll see you again next time.